Magandang araw sa inyong lahat. Panibagong linggo na naman ang ating pagsasamahan at makabuluhang mga storya ang inyong matutunghayan. I'm Jolina Magdangal and you're watching The Working President. Isang nakakalungkot na pangyayari ang naganap na massacre sa Maguindanao noong November 23, kung saan mahigit 50 na ang natagpuang patay. Agad na kumilos si Pangulong Arroyo at inatasan ng ilang miyembro ng kanyang gabinete na umaksyon patungkol sa nakapanlulumong patayan. Narito ang pahayag ng Pangulo.
I'd just like to inform everyone that I have directed the AFP, to Secretary Bert Gonzales, and Acting Chief of Staff General Maclang, and the police through Secretary Puno and Chief PNP Versosa, to order their units to conduct immediate and relentless pursuit of the perpetrators to secure the affected areas in Maguindanao. I asked them to proceed to Maguindanao today to personally oversee military action against the perpetrators of the dastardly acts that occurred yesterday. No effort will be spared to bring justice to the victims and hold the perpetrators accountable to the full limit of the law. The Chief of Staff has ordered the establishment of checkpoints and choke points, and as of last night, the military elements were in place to preserve peace in the area. Additional troops have also been deployed to the area last night to further secure the area.
Puspusan ng pamahalaan sa kampanya nito na matigil ang kaguluhan sa bansa, lalo na sa darating na eleksyon sa 2010. Ang Philippine National Police ay nagsimula na sa paghahanda rito. Alamin natin ang tungkulin ng Firearms and Explosives Division at iba pang sangay ng PNP sa Approve.
Ito ang Philippine National Police, ang sangay ng pamahalaan na nakatuon upang pangalagaan at bigyan proteksyon ang mga mamamayan nito. Bahagi ng istruktura ng pambansang pulisya ay ang Civil Security Group, kung saan kabilang ang Firearms and Explosive Division. Ayon sa kasaysayan ng pulisya, simula noong November 15, 1935, tungkulin na ng Firearms Section ang magbigay ng lisensya at kontrolin ang mga nagbebenta ng baril. Noong 1945, dumagsa ang loose of firearms sa bansa dahil na rin sa liberation. Nagbigay ito ng banta sa seguridad ng bansa at ng mga mamamayan nito. Dahil dito, nabuo ang Firearms, Games and Explosive Section. Panahon ng Philippine Constabulary na palitan ng pangalan ng FGES sa Firearms and Explosives Unit o FEU. At noong September 1996, sabisa na rin ang Republic Act No. 6975 na nagbubuo sa Philippine National Police, ang dating Firearms and Explosives Unit ay ginawa ng Firearms and Explosives Division, isa sa major division sa ilalim ng Civil Security Group. Sa kasalukuyan, abala ang Fed sa kampanya laban sa mga loose firearms na kadalasang ginagamit ng masasamang elemento.
The Firearms Explosive Division administers, enforces, and implements the firearms laws and explosives. Kami ang regulatory body when it comes to firearms, ammunition, and explosives. And of course, my office main function is to advise the Chief Philippine National Police in all matters pertaining to firearms laws, including ammunition and explosives and other rules and regulations pertaining to firearms.
Patuloy ang Fed sa pagtupad sa kautusan ng Pangulong Arroyo ukol sa pagbibigay ng gun amnesty sa mga loose firearms at ang pagpapalawig pa dito hanggang sa katapusan ng Nobyembre taong kasalukuyan.
Sa ngayon po kami ay ang aking opisina, we're in the process of implementing the last and final amnesty, which was extended up to November 30. So we are very busy in attending to applicants who are availing of this amnesty, yung registration of loose firearms, and a renewal of expired licenses. The Executive Order 817 was intended, of course, by our national leadership or the PNP leadership to really account yung loose firearms natin dito in our country, kasi it is a fact or proven proliferation of loose firearms in our country is one of the obstacles. Ito ang main obstacles in our campaign against criminality. So it was reported in May that we have about 1,110,277 loose firearms. Ang kasama dito yung unrenewed or firearms with expired licenses, kaya umabot ng ganong kalaki. So ito yung subject natin for this amnesty, Executive Order 817, and it was extended by no less than the President also, because siya ang signatory or approving authority doon sa amnesty natin, because of public clamor by majority of the sectors natin to extend it for another month, because nga we were visited or because of the onslaught yung several typhoons that it appears na naging everyone was too busy recovering from the damages of the typhoon. So it was extended. So it was extended up to November 30. It was extended for another month.
Tuloy-tuloy din ang modernization program ng Fed sa pamamagitan ng computerized registrations sa mga darating na panahon. Malaki ang papel na gagampanan ng Fed sa darating na eleksyon sa susunod na taon, lalo na kapag ipinatupad ng COMELEC ang gun ban, kabilang ng airgun at airsoft.
This is one of the reasons why we are trying to account yung loose firearms, because statistics would show na noong 2004 and 2007 elections, we have about 298 election-related violent incidents, of which 178 were gun-related. Also, our statistic would show na from 2004 to 2007, an alarming 97.7% of all the gun-related crimes were committed by loose firearms. Yun ang statistics namin, kaya we are working on it. I hope registering or accounting loose firearms from the general public, from the threat groups, would help us a lot pagdating nito sa election na period natin. We are working for an honest, orderly, and peaceful election.
Ang hakbangin ng pamahalaan na kontrolin at pigilan ng mga loose firearms, lalo na sa darating na eleksyon, ay isang malaking bagay upang masiguro ang kalinisan at kapayapaan sa darating na eleksyon. Pangunahin pa ang kaligtasan ng mga mamamayan nito.
Para sa kaalaman ng lahat, ang ating final and general amnesty is extended up to November 30. So kung sino man ang hindi pa nagkakapag-avail ng amnesty natin, yung renewal of expired licenses at saka registration of loose firearms, mayroon pa tayong hanggat November 30. We will start accepting your applications now. Kasi ang nangyari nung from October 1 to 31, nung last week, marami ang beat the deadline. Makita mo yung opisina namin ay punong-puno. So, wag natin as early as now, i-file na natin. Huwag na natin na malapit na yung deadline, doon lang tayo kikilos.